Good morning and welcome to Botany's class. Yesterday I had given you a question, what is biological diversity? 57 of you gave me the answers and all of them were correct. So rest out of 68, out of 67 only 57 gave me 10. I have noted down the names. So first, last class we studied about the characteristics of life, characteristics of living organisms. So today we shall start with biological diversity. The definition of biological diversity, I have given diversity in size, form, character among organisms. The answers you have given me were also correct. You can write your own answers. So what is the meaning of diversity? Diversity means different varieties, different type, and biological diversity means different type of living organisms. Okay, living organisms are found under the sea, okay, in polar regions, in snow. So there are variety of living organisms. There are different type of plants, different type of animals, and there are some organisms which we cannot see under our eyes. There are millions, billions of organisms which can be seen only under the microscope. So all these organisms together, they are different. All the organisms are different in their shape, size, and character. Okay, so that is termed as biological diversity. So next is classification. Classification, what do you mean by classification? You all know classification means grouping of organisms. Since there are a large number of organisms in the world, okay, there is vast biological diversity, so it is important that we group organisms into group, okay. That is called classification. Classification means we will put organisms that are similar in same groups, okay. That is classification. So definition of classification is important. It comes in exam. So process, classification is a process by which living organisms are grouped into some categories based on certain observable characters. That means we are grouping living organisms into some categories. Some categories means group based on certain observable characters. The characters which are similar. For example, citrus family, tenga. Citrus family plants will put under the family of citrus. That means we are seeing the characters. First we will see the characters, what are similar. Then similar groups will put in separate groups. This is called classification. Next, aim of classification important. What is aim of classification? Categorize. Categorize means grouping. Categorize all organisms into some recognizable groups. Recognizable groups which will be recognized by us because we will study biology. So, for easy recognizable, we are grouping organisms into certain groups and arrange them in proper order. Proper order will arrange so that each and every individual may be identified. Okay, the group may contain up to 10, 20 organisms. So we are grouping them and we can easily identify them and their relationship can be established. Relationship means suppose a group contains 10. Okay, 10 number of organisms. So we'll study the relationship between the 10 number and the first number or the second number. We'll see what is similar between the 10 number organism and the first number organisms. Ki same or ki different. Tamne এই প্ৰথমতে যেটো গ্ৰুপৰ ফাৰ্স্ট নম্বৰ আছিল আৰু 10 নম্বৰ যেটো অৰ্গানিজম আছিল আমি ষ্টাডি কৰিব পাৰিম ৰিলেশনশিপটো কি তাৰ মাজত তানে ৰিলেশনশিপ মানে কোনটো আগত আহিছিল আৰ্থত কোনটো আগত আহিছিল কোনটো পাছত আহিছিল which came first in earth and which came last and what is the similar and difference between them. But they are from the same group, okay, still they may have some difference. Eketa groupot thakile etu nohoy je sob ekei hobo, kisuman characters different hobo. So ami sob bostu ami classification or through di pohibo parim. So next eta question ahi jay যে why are living organisms classified? NCERT book or first question to etu je why are living organisms classified? Ami living organisms classify koro. First, jihetu biological diversity bahut, that means there are vast number of organisms in this world, so it becomes very difficult to study each one of them at the same time. So we are grouping the organisms. Ami group kore dile we can easily study them. A group to ami gom pa je a group to ekhini characters, a group to ekhini characters, so we can easily study them. First point hetu. Second point hol je scientist jihetu research kori thake, scientist study each and every organism, research kori thake, the scientist or study karneo etu bahut easy ho jay, for it becomes systematic for the study of scientists. Third কথা হল which is important যেহেতু আমাৰ diversity ঢেৰ আছে organisms, for example say medicinal plants, যোনবোৰ medicinal plants এতিয়া কি হৈ যাব discovery medicinal plants পৰা আমি কি পাম medicines পাম. So for identifying the organisms which can give medicine properties, so that is also classification helps. Discovery of new medicines also can be studied from the groups. Next question, why are classification system changing every now and then? NCERT question number 2. Classification system to je etialeke jitu classify ami kori ahisu je classification system to kiyo change hoy ahi ase. Why it is changing? It is changing because আগৰ যিখিনি organisms asile aru etia ghopse notun eta discovery hoy gol. Suppose a scientist discovered a new species of plant or an animal, so we have to put it in same group, we have to search it. Ako ki hoise je table khon okman change hoy jabo pare. So classification etu karone change hoise because new species are being discovered now or then, so we have to put the new species in the previous group. So the systematic entire system changed from now or then. So next important part of the chapter. Next important part, binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature, what is the meaning of binomial nomenclature? Binomial nomenclature means giving scientific names to organisms. All the organisms will be given certain names which will be scientific. Scientific means that name will be given under certain rules, following certain rules, and the name will be known in all the world with the same name. Okay, that is called binomial nomenclature. Example of binomial nomenclature, let's say mango. Mango's scientific name is Magnifera indica. Okay, the scientific name is Magnifera indica. So we'll underline it. And binomial means scientific name. Okay, scientific name. And every organism have to be given scientific names. So binomial means this name mango plant, it is mango plant, scientific name is Magnifera indica, since it contains two parts. First part, second part, two parts, so it is known as binomial nomenclature. So first, binomial nomenclature, first important thing, who gave the binomial system of binomial nomenclature was given by scientist Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, Carolus Linnaeus first gave the system of binomial nomenclature. Now I said there are certain rules to be followed by for giving names. Jikono ami naam ine di dibo nwaro, কিছুমান rules follow কৰিব লাগিব. Hey, rules বোৰ ক'ত থাকে? Rules বোৰ কিছুমান ক'ত থাকে? Rules for naming কিছুমান codes থাকে, ঠিক আছে? Code, তাৰে এটা code হয় which is important. Okay, ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. That means this code will be for plants. Next, ICZN. ICZN means International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. That means rules for naming of animals. Okay. International code for, so this contains the rules which you have to follow before giving names. Okay, one more thing, Carolus Linnaeus first proposed this in 1735. 1735. Okay. Now since this scientific name, hibiscus also, hibiscus, name of scientific name of hibiscus we know, Hibiscus rosa sinensis. So here binomial means two names, two parts. So first part is called the generic name. Generic name. And the second is called specific name or specific epithet. Specific name means which species, okay, which species, and generic means which genus. So these two are the parts. Next, in some cases there may be three parts also, and that is called trinomial nomenclature. Trinomial nomenclature, okay, three names. Three names, for example, let's say Brassica oleracea capitata. Okay, Brassica oleracea capitata. This name is the name of cabbage plant. Cabbage means Monacobi. Cabbage plant. Okay, three names. So this name species. So the third part will be subspecies. One more example, same, Brassica oleracea botrytis. This will be of cauliflower plant. Cauliflower means fulgobi. See, I told classification means grouping of the organisms. That means, see, cabbage plant and cauliflower plant belong to the same group. That's why it has the same name. Brassica, genus, Brassica, oleracea, species, same species. Okay, cabbage and cauliflower are the same species, but what is different? Subspecies. This is capitata and this is botrytis. Okay, so this sometimes when three names are given, it is called trinomial nomenclature. Now there are certain rules which comes in the exam. Okay, rules for giving scientific names. Rules for giving scientific names. First will be the name should be in Latin language. Okay, Latin, like English language, Latin language. Why Latin? Because the language Latin is fixed. There will be no change in the Latin language. It is fixed. So the name will be given in Latin language. Second thing, the name when written in printed form, when written in books or pages, it should be written in italics, in the form of italics. Okay. Next, when it is written by hand, okay, by us, that means it should be in underlined. Okay, we have to underline it. That's why I'm underlining. So it is important that we underline scientific names. Next, fourth, the first generic name. This was the generic name, this was the species name. The generic name, first letter should be in capital. First letter should be in capital, which is important. Okay, and the specific name should be in small letters. Okay, so next, one more thing. One more, Magnifera indica is written as Magnifera indica Linn. Why Linn? Because Linn is the author's name, Linnaeus. Author's name means who first described Magnifera indica. The scientist who first discovered was Linnaeus. Okay, Linnaeus first discovered. So we write the author's name after the specific name as lean. Okay, so these are the rules which comes in exams. Last we shall end with what are the advantages of binomial nomenclature. Advantages ki hobo binomial nomenclature naam jodi ami scientifically diu binomial nomenclature advantage ki hobo. First, the scientific name is universal. Universal means sob jagate tumi bahirole joa sob jagate with the same name, problem nathake. Second, the nomenclature evolutionary relationship of the same species. Tamne duta species or mazot kun agot ahisle kun pasot ahisle hetu ami gom pai jam. Next, it helps in recognition and identification of newly discovered organisms. That means if a species is newly discovered, we can study the scientific name and its characters. Last, it indicates relationship between different varieties of species. Duta different varieties of species or similarities and dissimilarities we get to know. So we'll end the chapter, end the class here. Thank you.